What's up, guys? My name is Joe. I am coming at you guys from Blue Mind Oceanic. Maybe you've seen us online, but this is our first YouTube video here today. Basically, the goal of our business, our company, is to just provide insight. I come from a background of extensive scuba knowledge, whether that be vacation planning, equipment, packing, all sorts of things. But anyways, to kick off our first video, what I'm going to show you guys is basically what I do if I'm going for a 3-4 day vacation to go scuba diving. It's going to be a really short packing list. So I'm going to bring just the essentials. I'm not going to pack extra equipment that I may or may not use. It's going to be really, really compact. I'm not even checking a bag on the plane. So this video is going to be to pack without checking a bag for a 3 to 4 day scuba trip, and what I would bring if I was suggesting something to you. But anyways, let's get started. All right, so the first thing we're going to go over is scuba equipment, what you need to bring if you're going on a short trip. So this right here is the Scuba Pro Hydros backpack that comes with the Scuba Pro Hydros, which is my top recommendation on a BCD. We'll make more videos and go over into different types of equipment at a later date if you guys are interested in, but I'm gonna roll with that BCD for this exact trip. So let me show you. Believe it or not, this tiny little backpack, I'm going to fit everything that I'm gonna be scuba diving with right into there. So this is the Scuba Pro Hydros. It's all clipped up right now. It's got the Air 2 on it, and this is the first step of lightweight packing. I don't need to bring a second stage or an alternate air source attached to the regulator because my alternate air source is right in line with my BCD, so that's one less hose that I need to worry about when I'm packing my equipment. So packing this up into this tiny little bag, there's a couple of essential steps to take to make sure it fits as compact as possible. So the first thing that we're going to do here is we're going to unclip both shoulder straps. And on the shoulders of the Hydros, it has these little bit of hinge joints. So if you watch and you fold this down, it'll actually clip just like that. And you can line this up straight away, make sure the dump valve is straight. You can do the same thing on the other arm, make it clip down just like that. And with the safe second here, I like to fold it up once just like that so it stays right in the middle, right there. For the integrated weight pockets, I actually like to take the weight pockets out. Takes a little bit less space when you're doing this. Super important tip. One of my friends just learned this the hard way. If you're checking a bag, you have to take your knife and not put it in the bag, or else you're gonna lose your knife to airport security. So you take the weight pockets, you just fold them right up into the middle here, just like that. And then you can go ahead and flip it on its backside. With this tank band, I like to fold it up, and you can use these trim pockets and just put it right underneath the trim pocket so it's out of the way. I've done a lot of trips bringing all my scuba gear right on the plane with me. Sometimes you'll be stopped by TSA and you'll have to open up your bag. Usually they're familiar with scuba gear, so you'll just kind of have to explain to them what you have in your bag. It kind of looks like alien equipment to a lot of people, so keep that in mind. Cool, so now this is all streamlined on the back here. We can flip it back over to the front. Just make sure all your buckles are folded out of the way. Fold this in, and you can take your bag, open it up. What I really like about the Hydros backpack is it has a drain valve on the bottom, so if you do plan on bringing this onto the boat, and that's another whole story we might get into about how to go from your hotel to your boat, but you could just taco this up just like this and slide it right into the bag. Make sure it's all pat down very nicely, and voila. So that's in there now, and now we're gonna put a bunch more stuff in here. All right, so we'll move on to the regulator. Got one of these right here. This is the new Atomic TFX regulator. I really like it because it weighs absolutely nothing. It's fully titanium. So, you know, it's really easy to just have on your back on the plane. You don't have to worry about heavy weight. It breathes incredibly at basically any depths that you'll be doing within the range of recreational diving. I have a necklace on it just to make it a little bit easier. I'm also diving with the Garmin transmitter, so I don't have an extra pressure gauge. Sometimes it's a good idea to bring an extra pressure gauge. You know, if I was checking a bag and doing a long dive trip, I would definitely have one. But for this instance, I tested all the equipment right before I'm starting this, so I don't think it's necessary. All right, so the other thing I'm going to bring is a hooded vest. I'm not going to bring a wetsuit because the water temperature down in Mexico right now is about 82 degrees. I don't get very cold easily. I've been diving a long time. I have pretty good buoyancy, so I'm not worried about bumping into certain corals, things like that. So I'm gonna go with the hooded vest because it saves space in my bag, and I might not even wear it, but I'm gonna use it for the regulator, just to keep the regulator safe so I don't scratch that beautiful titanium up at all. So really just pack it in there, nice and easy. These hoses are durable. What I like to say about regulators is if it can't withstand a little bit of rough using, then you shouldn't be breathing at it at 100 feet. So this goes right into here. You put it on the bottom of the bag. That's what I like to do, but not on the very bottom. So if you drop your bag on the floor, it still is going to hit the BCD. So you just put that right in, and that's that. So now in here we have our dive wear, wetsuit, rash guard, whatever you're using, our BCD, our regulator. So the next thing that we're going to need to do is bring a mask. So a couple mask options. This is the Apex VX1 mask. Show you guys. I like it. The silicone's a lot softer than some of the other masks that you're going to see. And this lens is tinted, so if I'm on the surface and it's a sunny day, which hopefully it's going to be, this does the trick. It's basically like wearing sunglasses, and underwater you won't really see that difference, so you don't have to worry about your vision being tainted underwater. I'm going to leave the mask in the case just because, you know, it's an expensive mask. I like to put it right here on the top, just like that. Cool. Dive light. Dive light's always important. You can't check this battery anyway, so it's definitely going to go in your carry-on. This is the Sea Life. It's a 900 lumen light. It's a wide beam, super bright underwater, nice for daytime diving. Wouldn't really suggest it as a primary light for a night dive, but for what we're going to be doing this weekend, totally fine. Cool. Last thing that goes in the bag is the weight pockets for the Hydros. They take up the least amount of space, so you can easily just slide these anywhere in the bag. They have a little bit of a plastic bottom, so you can use them as a little bit of protection on the top. You can go ahead and zip the bag up. So that's everything I'm putting in this bag. To be quite honest with you guys, if I had to, I could fit a couple more items in here. But like I said, we're not doing anything crazy this weekend, so that's all that's gonna go in here. Now I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do with the fins, because I'm sure you're wondering. So I dive with the Sea-Wing Supernovas here. What's really cool about these guys is I can actually take this full foot pocket out right here, or the open heel foot pocket, and I'm gonna replace it with a full foot pocket, which means I don't even need to bring dive booties. Now, you know, I've been to this location before. I know the terrain. It's a really sandy beach, and then when you walk right onto the pier, it's cement pier, so you know you're not going to get splinters. Might be a little hot, so you can just run along. But I don't want to dive with booties. It's too much of a hassle for a quick little trip like this. So I'm going to go ahead and take these off and put the full pocket on, and then you'll see what I do with them. When you purchase these fins, it comes with a little blue plastic kind of tool to remove these guys. But I've found it that those are very easy to lose. So it's just as easy to do with a screwdriver. Just get a flathead screwdriver, and right here inside there's a little bit of a lip that you could stick the screwdriver in, and then you could just use it to pop these bad boys off. So they're on both sides. Do it delicately just so you don't mess with the fins, but it's not rocket science. And once those are both off, you could just pull the fins apart pretty easily, depending on how much you wear them. And then you could take the big foot pocket, save it for your New Jersey cold water diving. You could take the travel pocket and you just slide it right back on. Make sure it's flush on both sides. And then on these little skegs, there is a pin, so the side does matter. So then you can go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. Click that in. Alrighty, the other one's done. So what I do, just put them right on top of the bag like that. Grab these buckles, make sure they're as loose as possible. Snap one in. Same thing with the other one. Pull them tight. And I promise you guys, these fins aren't going anywhere. You may think they're gonna slide out, but there are these notches on the fins that are gonna hold them right in place like that. So this is all of the gear that I'm going to need for my trip that's gonna be packed in a bag. The only thing missing is a dive computer, but you saw how I have the Garmin transmitter on there. So here I have the MK3. And this is gonna go on my wrist the morning I wake up before I leave for the airport. And it's not gonna come off my wrist until I'm either back home or I have to charge it overnight. But I just wear this right on my wrist as soon as I leave the house, so I know exactly where it is. No one's gonna lose it, and there you go there. Honestly, I've been asked a lot about how to travel without checking a bag, because in the past people come in and ask me, you know, what's the best dive gear bag to buy to put under the plane to protect everything. And you know, sometimes they cost $300, $400, even $500. And this is such a simple solution. When you buy the BCD, it comes with this bag and you could fit everything right here. And the other thing on that is you know where your equipment is. You know, if you go away, I don't know about you guys, but if I have my dive gear and the bag I checked with clothing gets lost, I'm okay with that. I could still go diving. I could always go to the store wherever I am and buy a shirt and a bathing suit if I need. But the reality is I have this bag, which is my personal item. And if I'm going away for 3 days, I need, what, 2 tank tops, maybe 2 bathing suits and a nice shirt to go out for dinner. That can all fit right in my backpack, so I don't even need to check a bag. So as soon as I land, I don't have to sit for the baggage claim. Customs and immigration makes this super easy. And yeah, that's that. I hope you like this video. If you drop a comment below or subscribe to us and let me know what other videos you want me to make. We're just starting off. This is the first YouTube video. So I have a lot more insights to share with you guys, and let me know if you liked it. Thanks.